In this eye-opening video, we uncover a shocking secret about Kamala Harris that you won't believe. As the vice president gears up for the 2024 presidential election, we delve into lesser-known facts and intriguing revelations that could change the way you view her political journey. From her early career to her rise in national politics, we explore the hidden aspects of her life that have shaped her into the leader she is today. Don't miss out on this exclusive insight into one of the most influential figures in American politics. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible content. Kamala Harris was born to two immigrant parents who came to the U.S. with dreams of making a difference. Her mother, Kamala Gopalan, was a breast cancer researcher from India, while her father, Donald Harris, hailed from Jamaica and worked as an economics professor at Stanford University. Raised in a multicultural household, Harris's early life was shaped by the civil rights movement, as both her parents were deeply involved in activism. This upbringing fostered a strong sense of justice in Harris, who, from a young age, was exposed to the inequities of the world. Her parents' divorce when she was just a child didn't deter her ambitions. Kamala Gopalan, often described as a trailblazer in her own right, was a significant influence on Kamala's values, pushing her to pursue higher education and a life of public service. Harris would often refer to her mother's belief that "you may be the first to do many things, but make sure you're not the last," a mantra that has clearly guided her career. Before rising to political prominence, Harris spent nearly 30 years in law enforcement, beginning her career as a deputy district attorney in Alameda County, California. Known for her sharp intellect and unwavering dedication, she swiftly moved up the ranks, becoming the district attorney of San Francisco in 2004. During her tenure, she implemented several reforms, including initiatives to reduce recidivism and programs aimed at rehabilitating nonviolent offenders. In 2011, Harris was elected as California's Attorney General, making her the first woman and the first Black person to hold this position. Her time as Attorney General was marked by high-profile cases and important legal reforms, particularly in criminal justice. She introduced policies to address issues such as human trafficking and police misconduct, and she fought for marriage equality before it was legalized nationwide. However, her prosecutorial record has also been a source of controversy. Progressives have criticized her for not doing enough to address police misconduct and for the high number of marijuana convictions under her watch. Despite this, Harris's stance on criminal justice evolved over time. In the Senate, she supported decriminalizing marijuana and fought for prison reform, indicating her ability to adapt and grow based on the changing needs of her constituents. Kamala Harris first burst onto the national political scene when she was elected to the U.S. Senate in 2016, making her the second Black woman ever to serve in the Senate. As a senator, Harris quickly gained a reputation as a fierce interrogator during Senate Judiciary Committee hearings. Her pointed questioning of Supreme Court nominees like Brett Kavanaugh showcased her legal expertise and won her admiration from Democrats and progressives alike. Throughout her time in the Senate, Harris focused on issues such as expanding access to health care, criminal justice reform, and income inequality. She co-sponsored a bill to provide tax credits to low- and middle-income families, and worked tirelessly on legislation aimed at combating police violence. These efforts further solidified her reputation as a champion for marginalized communities and a relentless advocate for social justice. Kamala Harris's first foray into presidential politics came in 2019, when she announced her candidacy for the Democratic nomination. Early on, her campaign generated considerable buzz, and she was seen as a top contender. Her background as a prosecutor, combined with her status as a woman of color, made her a unique candidate with broad appeal. However, her campaign faced challenges. She struggled to gain traction with progressive voters, who criticized her prosecutorial record, and internal campaign disorganization hampered her momentum. By December of 2019, Harris dropped out of the race, citing a lack of financial resources to continue her campaign. While her bid for the presidency in 2020 may not have ended as she hoped, it set the stage for her selection as Biden's running mate. Despite her public persona as a polished politician, there are surprising and lesser-known facts about Kamala Harris that add depth to her character. For instance, few people are aware of the close relationship she shares with former President Barack Obama. The two first met in 2004 when she was the district attorney of San Francisco, and their relationship has grown stronger over the years. Obama has been one of Harris's staunchest supporters, endorsing her for both California Attorney General and the vice presidency. Harris's personal life has often been kept out of the public eye, but her relationship with her husband, Doug Emhoff, has also drawn attention. Emhoff, the first ever second gentleman, gave up his career as an entertainment lawyer to support Harris's political ambitions. Together they form a power couple committed to social justice causes, from women's rights to mental health advocacy. In a move that sent shockwaves through the political world, President Joe Biden announced on July 21, 2024, that he would not be seeking re-election. This decision, which he said was in the best interest of my party and the country, opened the door for Kamala Harris to take over as the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. Biden, in his endorsement of Harris, called her the best decision I've made, and praised her as tough, experienced, and full of integrity. Harris's candidacy is historic for several reasons. As a woman of color, she embodies the diversity that the Democratic Party has increasingly embraced, and her candidacy symbolizes a new chapter for the party. As she prepares to formally accept the nomination at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, the nation eagerly awaits what promises to be one of the most pivotal presidential races in recent history. As the presumptive Democratic nominee for 2024, Kamala Harris faces her most significant political challenge yet, defeating former President Donald Trump. Polls have shown a tightening race between the two candidates, but Harris has managed to erase much of the lead Trump had gained over Biden. In recent weeks, she has pulled ahead of Trump, showing a slight edge in the national numbers. Trump has already begun to attack Harris on several fronts, focusing on her record as the border czar and blaming her for inflation. He has also resorted to personal attacks, calling her crazy and nuts. Despite these criticisms, Harris has remained focused on her campaign's core message, that America should be a place of opportunity for everyone, not just the privileged few. Kamala Harris's life and career have been defined by breaking barriers and overcoming challenges. From her early days as a prosecutor in California to her historic vice presidency, and now her run for the highest office in the land, she continues to shape the future of American politics. As we look ahead to the 2024 election, one thing is clear: Kamala Harris is a force to be reckoned with, and her story is far from over.